Hello and welcome to Filthy Questline. You're here watching us on a Filthy Lot Twitch. You can also watch us on the YouTube channel, Filthy Lot Gaming Questline. So be sure to follow up after this game to find us there as well. We're going to start. We would like to acknowledge the traditional territories of the Squamish Nation. We are very proud and very privileged to create and work and play here on these beautiful lands. And we'd encourage you to go into the comments section and comment on where you are watching us from in your traditional territorial lands. And also, if you don't know, learn, because it is such a great deep dive to discover the lands and the people that built this beautiful country.
Okay, yo, Chris, we need to switch.
All right, we are here playing Alien RPG. This is a great tabletop experience brought to us by Free League, as well as our... we're doing switchies. All right, you can see we got a whole new setup. If you've watched us before, we're trying out a whole new setup with nothing but technical problems. But now that we're all settled in and rested, we can get ready to play and also meet our players today. So we're going to start over here with Alain. Tell us a little bit about yourself and just give us a quick description of your character.
Right. So my name is Alain. I am playing the character of Carlton Roy. He is a roughneck engineer. He's kind of known as one of the tent poles who wrote the book of In Motion ship refueling. So refueling a ship that doesn't ever stop, but comes out of hyperspace, so we can jump on and then it goes. This isn't a game that let me play a monk, so instead I'm playing my father.
All right. We'll dig into that a little bit later when the themes come up.
My name's Chris. I'm playing Hux. He is a roughneck. He is basically the hot, up-and-coming apprentice of Carlton. I plan to write the next book. And unlike a lot of roughnecks, I'm actually pretty small, wiry. I do all the stuff in like the small, tight corners of the ship.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Josh.
My name is Joshua Lenner, who is playing Viper, Damian Viper. I fly, I pilot. That's pretty much it.
Look cool, act cool, be cool. Jesse.
I'm Jessie Jade, and I'm playing Dahlia Abbott, a up-and-coming corporate agent for Weyland-Yutani.
Nice. All right. So, with that being said, and our stage being set, let's get started. So, as we all left off in our session zeros, we have one group and another group all converging on the Palomartes. The Palomartes is a refueling ship with huge tankers along the back and a very narrow kind of cockpit style. It's very much a big tanker trucker. And this is exactly why they brought Carlton and Hux along. They are experts in performing the air-to-air or space-to-space refueling technique for a ship that's apparently incoming. And as the four of you collect on the deck, our two friends, Viper and Dahlia, have manipulated their way onto the stage and tricked Captain Richter into thinking that their purpose is here for strictly Weyland-Yutani, the company that owns this ship. And then we have our two employees who just made a very astounding revelation as they come aboard in a hurry. We come into the cockpit of the Palomartes, docked at the Ijmeni station. The long ship is lit up by the red glowing lights of the alarms. There is a proximity warning, and a speed warning, we see Captain Richter pacing on his bridge, back and forth. Viper's at the helm. Abbott is waiting next to the comms deck. And the airlock slides open, and our two roughnecks come bustling in with news for Richter. Richter turns to them. What did you guys find?
There is a massive military ship on its way here, and it's on an approach vector that looks like a collision course.
Viper, bring it up on the comms. I want to see it.
Well, he's not wrong. There's definitely something coming. Military class.
And he looks over. Carlton, fire up the engines. We're getting out of here. Blow the umbilical cord. Let's get out of here. Viper, get us out of here right away. This entire station's about to blow. And he goes onto the radio. Ijemi station. Red alert. There is impact imminent. As you do that, Hux, give me a Comtech check. Our first roll of the night to see if you can break that umbilical cord in time. And also give me a heavy machinery check.
Roger that.
Give me a piloting check.
Yep.
And what would you like to do?
Hold on to something?
Hold on. Okay, give me a standard strength check.
Oh,
with just
boy.
your base die.
That was 2 successes.
2 successes, right on. So you'll be able to get a stunt off of this as you go over to the pad, pull the lever, pull it back, and as at the same time close the doors. The umbilica is broken, and the ship is now dejected from the Ijemi station.
No successes. These engines are taking their time.
Yeah, so they're spooling up. You can hear it warming up as the Palomartes drifts away from the Ijemi station now that the umbilica is broken.
1 success.
1 success, and as it backs up, and as you think, oh, these engines, they ain't gonna cut it. This ship's not ready to just go like that. You see this pilot just spin the ship slightly using the thrusters only, and kind of sends the Palomartes into a bit of a spin away from the station as those engines take a few extra seconds. No successes?
Nothing.
You grab on as tight as you think you can
Great.
and hope for the best. All right, so as we go, and a few minutes or a few seconds pass, the engines turn up and take off. What stunt would you like to take? So in the RPG, Alien RPG system by Free League, on 1 success, which is a 6, you can actually bank any multiple successes after that that come out in different kind of ways. For instance, adding a +1 or skipping a roll of the same type the next time. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to take a +1 dice to a future Comtech.
+1. All right. So next time he rolls something in a similar fashion or a Comtech check, he can add a +1 die to that roll. Awesome. So as you guys take off, the engines fire up, and you drive forward just in time as you see what you guys understand is the Penglai, the military, the highly covert ops, just kind of absolutely mirrored black military ship, very similar to the movie Alien Sulaco, but a lot smaller. And as this ship kind of comes into view against the blackness of space, it's almost invisible, except for the red lights kind of spanning across the top from the Ijemi station's red alert. And you just hear some muffled calls over the radio, ejection tubes popping out in every direction, and your engines take off. And right before it gets close enough, you just see all the lights of the Ijemi station flicker, flutter, and then shut off. And suddenly, a huge explosion and a crash, absolutely silent in the airless space. the station shattering to pieces. Some of you are on portholes watching. Some of you are just watching on the outer monitors of the ship as it just crumbles through the station, barreling through, hardly losing any speed at all. And as it crumbles and catches, the ring around the Ajemi station almost catches around it, breaking off into pieces, some chunks latching onto the Penglai ship as it just keeps driving forward. As you, Viper, are piloting, you now have full engines. You're ready to go, and you know you got to get out of its path. So you start veering to the left, and you notice on the radar that the Penglai is almost tracking you, your every movement, which almost makes sense to your mind that this ship was programmed to rendezvous with yours. It looks like there's no outrunning this. Certainly not in a tanker. You're not going to be able to outrun this ship. What would you guys like to attempt at this time? So the captain runs out. Brace yourselves. We're in for an impact. It's coming. And he grabs on. What would you guys like to? Are there any actions you would like to take?
All front thrusters full.
Front thrusters, so
Yeah.
you stop. Or
Yeah,
forward
just to
thrusters?
slow down, just to frickin' ease up, so we're not gonna crash into it.
Well, it's coming up behind you.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have broken away from the station and took off, and it just came right through the
Okay,
station.
so we're watching
at-
on the monitors what's
Yeah,
behind.
at
Okay,
you.
okay.
So it is. So you want forward thrusters at full?
For all thrusters, a go.
All right. Give me another piloting check, please. Anybody else would like to attempt anything at this junction in time?
Is there anything I can do on the engine front to kind of help him out?
Absolutely. You know these engines inside and out. You know you can actually circumvent some of that extra fuel you're carrying for the Penglai into it and basically give it a NOS boost.
Right.
If you'd like to attempt that, you can feel free now.
Cool.
Give me a heavy machinery roll.
And let me help him for 2.
Yeah, you
for a
see
+2.
Carlton jump into action, and you know, like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to follow him. Every step of the way, you got the right tool. You got the right hands that he needs to help. So that's a +2 to give him a hand.
I'm gonna. Can I try and
Good boy.
call my contact with Wayland Utani to beg for help?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're standing right by the comms. You're actually doing your best to hold on to it. So give me a comm tech check. Piloting roll.
One success.
One success. All right. Sorry, everybody. Take a stress die.
Wow.
So as this situation kind of unfolds and you guys are all watching it, the way this game works is you have a base set of dice for your skill, and you also get a stress die. That's one die for every time there's a stressful situation, which adds to your successes. But if you do fail, you will have to roll on the panic chart, and that can cause you to freeze, become catatonic, drop things. Is a very cool mechanic. Just add that die to your rolls.
Okay.
So that's one success. Did you roll a panic die?
I rolled a panic die and got a 3.
Okay, great. So your stance, you just feel the, and you all get kind of sucked back in your seat. The artificial gravity can only do so much
Hang
when there's
on.
just such a sudden amount of thrust.
3 successes.
Damn. 3 successes. Damn. All right. So you crack that open, and it just floods into the engines. And all of a sudden, Viper, you're just like, oh yeah, these old models can kick, and everybody is really sucked back into their seat. What would you like for your stunts?
For my stunt,
Get 2.
yeah, I get 2. So I think I'm going to keep one as an instant success to heavy machinery in the future.
Okay, success. You can overcome the exact same challenge. You can do it quickly in half the time it would normally take.
Okay.
You can break something permanently. You can act quietly or show off.
I mean, I'm not much of a show off.
No.
So I think I'm going to. Break something permanently, and I think whatever juice we gave it is going to fudge with the incoming ships tracking.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, as you do that, the fuel kind of just, you actually blow one of the tanks open, and it just lets out a bunch of fuel, just dumping fuel. If there's less mass, you need less thrust. And this is just kind of going out into the path right behind you, and as it passes by the thrusters, it just sparks, and this liquid fire in space just kind of engulfs the screen behind you. You see your tracking, your radar kind of go a little bit fuzzy. You can only hope that it's had the same effect on the Penglai.
3 successes.
3 successes, right on. All right. So yeah, you'll also get some stunts as well. So that's a success. You just punch the button, and it's like not working. You just poof, you bop it, and it's all of a sudden you get a full contact. You are now speaking directly to the office of LaSalle.
Mayday, Mayday. What ship are we on? What is the ship's name? Excuse me, somebody.
Palomares.
The Palomares.
Palomares!
We are currently being run down by the military ship. We need assistance immediately.
Okay, yeah, so you'll send a wave that has your coordinates and kind of like you do a quick explanation of what's going on here. And just before it gets disconnected, you see a little green light signaling received. What would you like to do for your stunts?
I think I'm going to save one of them for an extra one on a Comtech roll next time.
Okay.
And maybe I'll just save both of them for that, actually.
Comtech? Yeah, okay, you can't add +2, but you
okay.
can do 2 separate +1 events.
Copy that.
Okay. That's on Dahlia. Awesome. Yeah, so as you guys push forward, all of a sudden Viper is maneuvering faster than he was, just outpacing it. It's still so fast, though. This ship is just not designed for it. What you guys have done, though, is bought yourself a few seconds. And you see Richter kind of lean up behind you, put his hand on Richter's shoulder, and say, there's no outrunning this. I'm sorry. We'll have to abandon ship. Our best and only chance. And as he's saying that, all the lights flicker and shudder on the Palomares. You get the idea that that military ship may very well have a jammer on it. And it's the same thing that affected the Ijemi station right before it struck. And Viper, you feel the power of the thrusters.
I don't have any control.
And the computers all start shutting down. Richter just turns to you. Suits, now! Help them! Help them! And he kind of runs over and starts gearing up himself. We're abandoning ship. And he kind of starts putting on. So all of you guys will run over to the airlock, and you just start putting on your compression suits. You guys are going to give them a hand. You guys are already wearing it, save for your helmets. And as you guys put all those suits on, you can just feel the pressure from that coming right at you guys. And as you collect in the airlock, one by one, Richter stands at the doorway and kind of shoves another crew member in. This young woman scrambling for a helmet. She shoves her helmet on, pulls her mask off, and kills everybody with COVID. She puts her helmet on, seals it shut, turns on her air. And you see her eyes light up, and she's, Captain, please. And he's just putting on his helmet. Right as he's doing that, the door behind him shuts. The lights turn red, and you feel it. You don't necessarily hear it, because as the Penglai collides with your ship in the back, it rocks you guys forward in this almost soundless environment as the air vents from the airlock. You all hold on and get rocked to the side. You feel it twisting and shifting as the gravity shuts off. All of you guys are just strewn in this tiny little airlock that is definitely not designed for this. And you feel the tumbling and tumbling. And then that airlock opens, and you feel a hit. And you notice you guys have actually wedged on the top of the Penglai ship on a part of the Ijemi station that's still wedged on top of it. And as the air leaves the airlock, you notice the small little frozen crystals of air and water kind of drift out. And there's almost this moment of absolute silence. And you hear over the radio, Callie, the medic on board, the young woman who just put her helmet on, call out, "Captain!" And she grabs him and pulls him close and looks up at you frantically. You can see inside of his helmet a little bit of blood has come across his screen from the inside, and he's completely unresponsive. What would you guys like to do?
Can I scramble to try and find a door into the station?
Yeah, well,
The
would you
ship?
like to step out of your airlock and onto the Penglai?
Yep.
Okay, and as you guys watch, just in horror and absolute shock of what has just happened, you can all take a stress die.
Oof.
Another, like, just add
Yeah,
another one?
add another stress die.
Fun.
Your total, yeah. Keep your trackers.
Thought today was going to be a good day.
Not the way you started today.
This is right on track. And think what would have happened if you didn't notice it.
Yeah.
You step out. You guys
Can
are
we
all watching,
try to
and you
convince
just
her
see
not
you
to
just
do
see
that,
the
please?
corpo.
Like, don't do that, please.
You just see the corpo step out, and for a second,
Fucking-
you are in space. This is actually, as much as you've traveled through space, everybody's traveled through space. Everybody's gone on spaceships. You've never been outside of a spaceship before, and you're just suddenly drifting. And the black of space is all around you, debris hanging around the ship, almost spinning in place. You see this impressive vista of this crushed and collapsing, almost fiery remains of the space station. The ship that you were once on, the bridge is basically gone. You land on that ship and your magnetic boots suck right to the surface. And as you do, you almost see rippling across the black surface, the black hull of the Penglai, like throwing a stone into a pond at midnight. It's just this black, cold rippling across it. This is absolutely a stealth ship for military purposes. And as you do that, you turn back. What would everybody else like to do? You've just watched the corpo take the
Yep.
first step.
I'm jumping right after.
Yeah.
I call out like after her and then realize that my comms aren't on. I'm like, hey, don't do that.
And as you say that, the Palomera's airlock shifts backwards on that ship, and it almost starts tilting away from it. You know it's not long, and that this ship, the Penglai, has not stopped moving. So it's very likely that unless something else happens, you're going to be dragged off.
I'm going to grab him and go.
Yeah. All right, Viper, you guys are all, so you all land on it, and right behind you, Callie, carrying the weightless Captain Richter.
Oh, yeah,
as,
the captain.
As the ship,
Yeah, the captain.
as the airlock, the remains of the Palomares drifts off and away, colliding with the top of the Ajemi as that chunk breaks off as well in this silent visage. You just see a black shimmering surface with one small red light blinking off to the left of or to the port side of the ship ahead of you. And you guys just slowly start walking. You two definitely understand that that is the same lights used on almost all Weyland-Yutani vessels to signify the airlock. And as you all kind of collect at the airlock, you press the button, the door opens, and it is cold and dark inside. As you step, the door closes behind you, and you guys come to a quiet and slow rest for a quick moment. You are now aboard the Penglai vessel, and we will bring out our first map of the night.
Ooh.
Yep. Courtesy of my man Casey. Thank you.
Cool.
Yes.
So you four are all in here.
Okay.
And as you step in, the red lights kind of fill the area. You get the green light that says there is oxygen on this bridge, but it's flashing, which you two absolutely know means that there is air and it is pressurized inside, but it is not producing any more pressure. So, what would you guys like to do?
Close the airlock.
Yeah.
So cycle that
Airlock
one, make
closes
sure there's
behind you.
air.
Air cycles, the door opens, still flashing green lights and flashing red lights fill the rest of the area.
Okay, before we step inside, head check, head count. Who's all here?
Good.
Yeah.
Present.
You
Callie,
guys,
the
yeah,
captain.
Callie, here. And you can see her kind of cradling Richter now that the artificial gravity has kicked in. She's struggling a little bit to carry his body, but she says, I think he's unconscious.
Drop him.
And she kind of like puts him down. We can't just leave him.
Where are we going to take him?
Maybe there's a med bay or something. I'll try and find schematics here.
I mean, we may as well do basic first aid. Like,
Is there comms in this room?
Yeah, as you guys press in through, you pass through another airlock door, kind of step down step up some stairs and come into the bridge.
And there's artificial gravity?
There is artificial gravity here, yes. So yeah, this would be the comms deck, and as you approach it, you just see the flashing red warning lights that say that the power is off. All of the navigation computers are flashing lockout, lockout, lockout. And as you scan the room and press as many buttons as you can, it seems you have no control, except for one computer seems to be on. On the text on the top of it, it says emergency response protocol.
I would like to use my maintenance jack to find out what the hell is going on this ship.
Well, the maintenance jack is more like a giant wrench.
Oh, right.
It's like a Swiss Army giant wrench.
Got it.
And most heavy equipment and materials like that will actually function in a way that they like all things are like universal. Like
Yeah.
there's no Robinson or Phillips screwdrivers. They all fit the maintenance jack.
Okay, cool.
So that's how that kind of works. So you can smash a computer and see what.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I guess it'll be a contact check then.
Yeah, if you want to, you can sit at that computer and give me a Comtech check. And how this will work, as you kind of bringing it up, even the most basic of Comtechs would know that this computer has limited power, and that an emergency protocol means that it has a limited amount of functions available to you. So the way that this is going to work is one person can sit down at this computer and roll a Comtech and attempt on a success, they'll get 3 choices. Any other successes, instead of going towards stunts, can be used to open up more options that would be available to you.
Right.
So if you want to roll that, then I will give you the list of things that you can choose from. There'll be 5 things to choose from, and you can only do 3 of them unless you get more successes.
Okay. I have a stress rate of 4 right now.
Yep.
So wish me luck, y'all.
damn. Make that adrenaline count.
3 successes.
3 successes, no panics?
No panics. In fact, one of my successes is from a stress die. So
Awesome. So that is, you'll have 3 options plus 2 more.
awesome.
Great. You get on the computer system, and some of you guys are like, "Well, I'll do that," and you just see like, "Whoa, oh shit!" Like Carlton's got this unlocked. Yeah.
Impressive.
And you will be able to choose. You can choose from a few information options and a few function options.
Okay.
So the information options are systems log, deck statuses, XV113 entry and function, unlock doors and elevators. Elevator activation.
Okay. I want to find the med bay for
Okay.
our captain.
So that'll be deck status. So that's 1. What else would you like to know? Or do you want to do these in order?
I think in order.
Okay,
To make
so yeah,
direct
you
calls.
look up the deck status. You find the med bay is on deck 3. You read deck breach, hull breach, lockdown initiated.
Fuck.
So that you understand as that there is been a hull breach on deck 3. You will need to repressurize that in order to go in there without your suits. And also that the power is off, obviously, as dictated by everything else. And you understand that the med bay is not going to work for a whole lot other than what you can manually use without the power being on. And it's likely that the doors are in lockdown as a result of the hull breach.
Okay, I relay that to Hux.
Okay, what else would you like to know?
The system status, you said?
Systems log.
Yeah.
All right, systems
Find out
log.
what the hell happened on this ship.
All right, and as it comes up, you see a bunch of muddled numbers and kind of distorted information. All of you are just kind of huddled over top of the computer, and you read Xi'an online, organism propagating, main computer system hostile, failure, failure, failure. Captain Hollis override. Captain entering Xi'an. Captain dead. Initiate manual lockdown. Emergency FTL. Manual shutdown. Nav adjustment. Nav adjustment. Contact made with Palomares. Foreign entities on board. And you get the idea that it's actually talking about you. When it mentions foreign entities.
Well, I don't like being talked about quite like that, but
I'm going to grab your shoulder, make very intense eye contact with you. We need to get a hold of my employer and let them know exactly what is going on here. Can you get comms open?
I mean, I guess so, but why? What is going on
Would
here?
you like to make a roll?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the command roll?
Command roll?
Command? Yeah, your...
Take control?
Your talent? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take control. Okay, so this will be manipulation using wits. So yeah, each character, each job gets its own talents, and the way that works is it just gives you a bonus or a buff or a special way to apply your skills in a certain moment that can help you succeed.
2 successes.
2 successes, right on. So you'll actually get a manipulation stunt.
Sweet.
So you can mark that down and pick from one of the many stunts that we have available for you. And basically, if you want to oppose this, you can make a roll to kind of like, no, I'm not doing it. You can make an empathy roll to basically challenge the command, or you accept that and take the command.
I accept it, but I do ask, like, what is going on here?
It seems the mission that they were attempting has failed, and my employer needs to know, and maybe they can help us.
I want to check the flight logs and see where they went.
Well, you're not on the computer.
Okay.
You can ask
make
me
that
if you like.
recommendation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you accept the command, which means your next computer system move will be to attempt to reboot the comms and take an action in that way.
Okay.
So yeah, you just kind of go in there, and from what you can see, the comms log comes up. It is distress call, fail, distress call failed. You see a heading that says jammer initiated. Captain override fail. Captain override failed. Jammer initiation emergency protocol 5, which you guys don't really recognize what emergency protocol 5 is, but you get the idea that whatever is going on here would not let the captain take over controls, and that it leads you to understand that at the bottom of that, you basically, it's Jurassic Park, the flashing like please reboot system, like the hold on to your butts, and it's just like system ready for input. So you understand that you'll need to reboot the comms in order to turn off the jammer in order to send a message.
All right. It looks like some real bad shit happened here, and not even the folks in charge were in charge. So, seeing as how you're in charge, how do you feel?
Is there?
Whoa! Why is she in charge?
Ain't it her ship?
She's the one in contact with Wailing Yutani.
That doesn't mean anything. Our captain's the one who's in charge, and we haven't done anything to help him.
What's your captain saying right now?
Nothing. That's why we
Exactly.
should do something about it.
He's
go
still
help him.
breathing. You see Callie
Thanks,
kind
Callie.
of treating
Thank
him.
you.
Yeah. She at this point has his helmet off and is kind of checking his wound. She kind of looks up. It looks like he's concussed. Hux, we got to get him out of here.
So he's not coherent.
Let's get him out of here, and then we can figure out what the fuck.
Right. We take care of our own. We have an injured crew member here. We aren't going anywhere, but this ship is. So
But he's
first
not-
things first.
He's not giving any
Comms
orders
are
right
down.
now
We gotta
because
get
he's
moving.
unconscious.
Fuck that.
If we help him first, then how are we going to help all of us get off the ship?
We need to think first. Act
I don't agree.
now.
Heal our man.
Yep.
All right.
You coming with
So
us?
with
We're
that
going to Med Bay.
With that information, and Callie looks up like, he needs the med bay, like right away. As she slowly turns.
Problem is, medbay is kaput. So we're going to need to pressurize it.
Okay.
Or we could do a little EVA walk, get whatever we need from medbay, bring it back here.
Yeah, Med Bay's not destroyed. It's just depressurized.
Right.
Okay. Who's going to do that?
Well,
I guess we're going to do that.
Both of yous?
That is such a huge risk. Why would you risk that just for this one man?
that one man is our
Oh,
captain.
God damn it, he's our captain. He's going to make a decision much better than you. We know
It's like
exactly
you
what
killed,
kind
you
of
don't
decisions
even know what's going
we're
on on
going to
this
make.
ship.
Who's pulling rank right now?
Are you guys
The
all
civilian's
still,
trying to pull rank right now.
Are you all still wearing your suit?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I meant to open my mask. Totally.
Yeah. Okay, everybody give me a supply roll.
Fuck.
So this will affect your suit's power as well as the air. So you will be rolling 5 die, and on no success, that will be decreased to 4.
Do we use our panic?
Nope, this is just base die only, 5 base die.
1 success.
2 successes.
2 successes.
One
Great.
success.
So no loss, no loss, no loss.
Nothing.
And as you say that, you just see your mask, your helmet fogging up, and you realize that you've depleted your air by 1. So now your next supply roll will be at a 4, and everybody else is fine.
All right, if we're going to keep up this shit, helmets off. Conserve our energy, conserve our air.
And because you understand that there's no oxygen being generated at the moment because of the green flashing light in the airlock, you will not be able to recharge your suits until there's either power or air available.
Okay.
And you're not sure at this junction what the condition of the oxygen is on the ship. All right, you have 2 more comm checks, or 2 more computer system activations.
All right.
What would you like to do?
You wanted to find a flight records, right?
Yeah, but in order to do that, we need to reroute power.
How come? I
He
can find it-
understands, as a pilot, he understands that the navigation logs will absolutely be inside of Mother, and there's no getting inside of the Mother command center without opening doors, and there's no opening doors until there is power.
We need to reroute power in order to get to the med bay or for me to find out what is happening.
No matter
right.
what we do, we've got to get power back on.
Right.
So let's get moving on that.
Right.
That means getting to engineering.
Yeah, and I'd say with your deck status check, you can actually just kind of quickly bring up a schematic. And here it says deck 1 is the bridge. Deck 2 is comms and engineering, where the reactor is held. Deck 3 is the quartermaster, as well as the crew quarters, and also the med bay. Deck 4 has the oxygen farm, as well as the battery, as in the cannons, and entry into the hangar bay. Deck 5 has a laboratory, what's called the Xi'an room, and that's about it on Deck 5. And you need a clearance level to get onto Deck 5.
Okay.
And in order to get all of that, there are no stairs in the schematic. There is only an elevator on this side of the room.
Where?
Right here.
This side. Yeah.
Opposite the airlock is an elevator that will lead you to all the different floors.
But the elevator's down, so we're just going to have to use
The
shaft.
elevator, currently, if activated, the elevator will be able to move once on its current power level. So you can choose one deck to go to. There is also, as you would understand as maintenance people, very likely somewhere around here, vents that lead to other decks. There are no stairs for the crew, but often on ships like on this, there are many interconnecting vents and maintenance hatches and ladders that will lead you from deck to deck in the case of an emergency or a power failure.
Service ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
You
sorry.
still have 2 functions left on the systems computer.
Can I just hear the decks again one more time?
Yep. Deck 1 is the bridge.
Yeah.
Deck 2 is comms and reactor or engineering. Deck 3 is quarters and med bay. Deck 4 is the oxygen farm, the battery, and hangar entrance. Oh, also the EEV pods, the escape pods are on that deck as well, on deck 4. And deck 5 is the lab as well as whatever the Xi'an room is.
But we need access for it.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly we got to get to power first.
Right.
From power, you can work on comms if you got to. From there, we can see if we can either get to med bay or someone can just, before it's pressurized, get through med bay and get what we need.
Right.
But in order to get somewhere, we're going to need to reroute power, because the elevator can only go once. You go there, you're stuck there.
Hang on, let's look for a maintenance shaft.
Okay, there you go.
Can we search? For
Yeah,
a maintenance shaft?
Absolutely. Everybody who's searching, I'll say that there's 2 people available to search. Can make an observation check on this bridge area to try and find the entrance to the maintenance hatch.
Okay. I have +1 to observation stunt available, so I'm going to take that.
Okay. Cross that off. Thank you very much.
I guess I'll look for the other one, and then so I add my regular roll plus the stress die, right?
Yep.
2 successes.
Nice.
2 successes.
Nice. You both earn a stunt. So as you guys are looking around, you don't see any on the primary bridge, but that makes sense because often they don't put those maintenance hatches on one side of a bulkhead, especially where there'd be a window leading to possibly space. You guys instantly move over here. We'll color these guys at the break here so that I can tell them apart. You guys both go over to these rooms and press the button. The door slightly opens. You both know how to manually pump the door so that the hydraulics kind of inch open, and you pry your way in. And both of you almost simultaneously go, found it, as these yellow hatches indicate vents into the other rooms. So you've both found a vent that will lead likely in a path to the reactor as per the blueprints that you drew up.
Roger that. So power first.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So I guess all the four of you stay here. Take care of him as best as you can. We'll get power up. Our first move after that is to get its supplies and medical care for him.
Before you leave, would you like to use the computer? As you understand, if the power comes back up and you are successful in your mission, then you won't be limited by what you need to do. I'll leave that option to you.
And also, we should keep in contact with one another in case there's a snag.
Do we have comms? In our...
Yeah, your helmets do. When the helmets are on and locked and activated, you can speak to each other.
Okay.
Okay.
The
waist
jammer
lock.
doesn't seem to affect the low frequency of the short-range comms.
Okay.
But does that have to affect our oxygen
It
supply?
will affect your oxygen and power supplies as you move while wearing that, or as you perform any tasks, or the time it takes.
You know what? We're gonna have to. Let's go.
I want to do a walk around the bridge, ensure that everything's intact, see if there's anything missing, rewire anything, see if I can start.
Give me an observation check.
Cool.
And we can't stay in contact, but this is a pretty standard job. We know how to kick power back on. We're going to kick power back on. You guys will know once it's happened. What was the question about the computer again?
Basically, you guys have 5 activations. You've only used 3 so
Yeah,
far.
okay.
So you do have 2 more options available to you before you go on this mission, or you can just leave it to the other people to use the computer at.
Right.
And you guys can head on your mission, or you can use those other 2 to find out. You guys check systems log, you get done deck status, and you also checked on the comms report.
Right. What are our last
You
two?
you still have a few functions left, including unlocking doors, and turning the elevator on. You'll activate the elevator. It'll come to you, and you get that you'll have power enough to make one move with the elevator.
Okay. Well, we could unlock doors for ease of access around here.
I think that'd make things easier. I think we should leave the elevator until we know what deck we're going to need to summon it to. Because
Roger
once we
that.
get power back on, we're going to be able to summon it to any deck.
Yeah, and you understand that from this computer, you can send the elevator to any floor that you like, any deck that you'd like.
All right.
So you'd like to unlock the doors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just hear, and the doors that you guys just manually open, kind of like, and open, and you hear all the doors.
Suddenly, I feel like that was a terrible idea because there's
No,
something
that
on
was
the
great.
log about an
No,
organism.
that was great. There's nothing wrong.
It'll be all right. Yeah, it'll be fine.
There's
It'll be fine.
nothing wrong. Everything's fine. It's fine. We're fine.
All right, let's
All
get
right.
the fuck out of here.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, and as you guys, are you guys going through the same one, or do you want to go through separate?
Same one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Stay together.
Same one.
So you guys will say just kind of crawl through this. You guys lift each other up and pull each other through. And for now, you guys are in a different scene. All right. You two still on the bridge. You have one more use of the computer systems, should you so choose, as well as any other actions you'd like to take at this junction.
My observation
Yep.
roll. I also had to roll stress as well, right?
Yep.
And then if you get a success on the stress, does that count?
Yeah.
Okay,
Successes
so I got
count.
3.
Only a 1 on the stress die causes a panic.
Only a 1. Yeah. Okay, but I got 3 6s.
3 6s. Good Lord, you guys. It's supposed to be a hard game that you die real easy. Then you guys are just fucking the Avengers or something.
Not today.
All right. So you get 2 stunts on that, and as you walk around, you see everything's intact. It honestly looks like people just packed up and disappeared. Maybe they abandoned ship as you had, and everything seems intact. But as you're walking past the pilot's bay, and you kind of take a step down into that front part, you pick up a shell casing from a pistol, and then another one, and you find a little trail of blood leading over this way, and kind of almost towards the airlock.
Just on the floor?
Yeah, and you look and you think, oh, well, maybe this was the Captain Richter.
Yeah.
And you kind of look around Captain Richter. No, it wasn't him. He hasn't moved since
he's
he
there.
took his helmet off.
Yeah.
And all his blood is in the helmet. This is somebody's old blood. And as you touch it and kind of press it between the glove of your compression suit, it's very dried out
Okay.
and very crunchy.
Coagulated.
Yeah, and this is probably, you determine, very old blood. What would you like your stunts to be?
We'll get 2 of them, right?
You get 2
Sorry,
stunts.
I just wanted to note a thing I forgot. I got a stunt on the observation roll, so I'm just going to bank that as a +1.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for keeping track of that. And make sure you guys are writing it down because I will be too overloaded to track that for you. What would you like to take for your stunts? Would you like me to read them out? I can do that too.
You talking to Viper?
Yep.
Yeah. Please do.
Stunts for observation. Every time you get to answer one of these questions, is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? Or how do I get in, past, or away?
And that's it?
Yeah.
How do I get, I'll take one of each.
Okay.
Is it coming for me, and how do I get away?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that can be used in like an observation way that, when you're kind of frantically looking for a way out, you'll instantly be able to find it. Are there any other actions that you would like to take at this time?
Yeah, I feel super bad about being a huge asshole about the captain, so I'm going to see if there's any like emergency first aid kits in this area.
Absolutely. Give me an observation check.
We probably should have done that.
Yeah.
No, actually, Carrie should have done that. Callie's the fucking med tech.
Callie's got her own little kit, but you can see she's clearly shaken by all this. This is not what she is here for. Callie is just kind of like muttering to herself, like the people. People on both.
Not a good med tech.
What was that sound?
I got a success, but I also got a panic.
Okay. How many panic die do you have? Just one? Okay, great. So the way that the panic die works, there's a panic chart. So you roll a d6 and add your current panic to it. So give me a roll.
Okay. 5.
5. So that's a total of 6. You take that die roll and add it to your panic die, your stress level, or the amount of panic dice you have. And then that will tell me what effect happens in the panic roll. So that is 6. Keeping it together. You managed to keep your nerves in check. All good. So currently you're just fine. Yep.
Okay.
You do not gain any more stress. You do not react in any other way.
Sweet.
Awesome. So and as you check around, you go into one of these rooms, and sure enough, you find kind of the medikit that the captain would have available.
Okay, I'm going to grab it and bring it to Callie.
Awesome. And as you do that, Callie, oh, thank you. And she opens it up and starts dressing his wounds. That's a success. Oh, she's got some panic on her, though. Oops. Oop. Yeah, sure, 8. No, I'm just kidding. Success, she panics. So she got 2 successes and 2 panics. So she will roll a d6. That's 7. So as she starts to treat Captain Richter's wounds, she gets a nervous twitch. Your stress level, so that's hers, and every PC around her, so I would say that's both of you, gain a stress die. Oh. So as she's kind of like sewing his wound shut, you just see her hands shaking and you're like, oh my God, this is the medic? Like, that's stressful.
Gross.
Jeez Louise. I don't think she's ever really had field experience before. This is Weyland-Yutani is usually a very cushy job to have, just being on a boat full of truckers. She's mostly used to helping with hangovers, not emergency maneuvers.
I should have hollered at her.
I want to put on my helmet and inform our fellow civilians that I found some shell casings and blood. So there was signs of hostility or a fight. Watch your butts.
Are you, for the remainder, Viper, going to leave your helmet on as the contact point? Because as soon as your helmet is off, the comms are off.
Yeah, well, I was going to put it on.
Yeah.
Watch your backs.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I just so I know, because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
won't
yeah.
be able to receive
Waste
their
options.
messages.
Copy that. Oh.
And as you guys move
Yeah.
through, you guys kind of enter this dark and dank crawl space, and you start crawling down this ladder. You can hear the reactor. It's still, rotating. It's still turning over, but it is not activated.
Right.
And as you're kind of lowering yourselves down the ladder step by step, you, I would say, who went first? Just for order.
He did. He's the boss.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the boss. Yeah, Carlton's the boss. And as you take one, put your foot down, you kind of slip and kind of catch yourself a little bit on the ladder. You slip a few rungs, and you catch yourself and kind of pull yourself close. And you notice this gross, viscous material all over this ladder, this sticky, gooey substance. And as you look down to the reactor, the faint glow underneath you and the mechanical hum below, you just see a little speck of something. Could have been machinery, could have been something else. And we're going to take a break there,
Oh, you piece of shit.
because we got a 5-minute break for us to human, and we'll be right back with One Shot or Not on Filthy Questline. Black. Hi, and welcome back to A Filthy Questline. We're playing Alien RPG today, and they just split the party. So let's have some fun. All right, so we have our two members, our two Weyland-Yutani specialists, and also our medic and the incapacitated Captain Richter on our bridge. They're currently we've currently separated them. There's no way for them to get in contact with each other. And our two engineers are now making their way down to the reactor in an attempt to restart the computer, or restart the entire ship. You guys have one more action on the computer left. So you have a few options. You can activate the elevator. You may also look up some information on something known as a XV113 entity. You can also pick the option that says weapons-free armory, which you might understand as the pilot, and having served a little bit of time in the military, means that you'll be able to unlock the quartermaster's lockers, in which you will be able to find many weapons of many different types.
I'm up for that.
Do I have anything where I could download information onto my person by any chance?
Yeah, I would say that you I would assume you were aboard the Palomares with your briefcase. So inside your briefcase, you have a similar dongle that you had to receive your information. So yes, you could. You understand that plugging this in would only be able to download one thing at this junction in time, as it's kind of designed to work when it's designed to patch into Mother, is really kind of its core role. But yes, you could download information should you choose.
Okay, I'm gonna try and download information on that entity because I'm assuming that has something to do with why I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. So you use your last movement to bring up the XV113 entity. So as you kind of bring this up, you see a lot of biometric scans and a lot of biometric information. This strange alien-looking creature with this elongated head and almost in like cross sections. You see a short little detail about its life cycle and how it's some kind of parasite. Then there's pages and pages and pages labeled XV113, which details how they were able to take the genetic code of this creature and actually program it and become almost this like biological computer. But that's all you seem to get from it. It has a little bit of history about where they found this entity and how it is of unknown origins. And as you do that, the computer screen and fades out. Your dongle kind of turns over. The little reel-to-reel inside of it stops spinning. You pull your dongle out and kind of put it back in your case. You are now on the bridge, the lights flashing red. There's nothing moving, nothing static. You see Callie just kind of like trying to collect herself a little bit. If you would like to take a moment, this is, in this game, you can kind of like basically take a short rest. You can kind of just spend a moment to like drink in your environment and kind of relax in a stress-free environment. You'll be able to lose one stress should you choose.
Yeah, that
I as
sounds
well?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
that.
There's a cut, and we will transfer over to.
That was a
our
great
other-
wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very Batman 66.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we watched Batman Forever last week, so I'm pretty
Amazing.
much screwed. We're not supposed to see any of that. I'm wondering if we can. We're looking at this part here. Owen, talk to me. Clock it.
Yeah, that's good. Angle's better. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, and as you guys reach the bottom, you push your way through this little vent. Yeah, we'll say it's on this side. Frost pops out first, and right behind him, Frost, that's the character. So we're using minis today actually from the Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Corpse game, which is an awesome game that we've kind of hijacked some of their minis for because they're just so dope, and that game is also very fun. Look forward to seeing that on One Shot or Not, or one of our other programs on Filthy Questline. All right, over to my man, Carlton and Hux.
Was this deck pressurized?
This deck is, as far as you know, has, like many of the other decks, is not hull breached. There is the remaining oxygen, but it's not producing any new oxygen.
Right.
But there is breathable air. It is a very large space. And as you guys come into this area, you see a large grate with this giant reactor, these hoses leading out and kind of streaming across the floor and down back to here. You see the large actual containment facility for the atomic and neutron energy that actually propels this ship. And it is humming, as you guys are obviously aware. The engines are working. However, what is probably plaguing you is a reactor bypass, basically a breaker flipped. It shut off the ship and left the reactor, the engines running. So you guys take in this giant industrial-sized engine with these big moving parts, and what would you like to do?
First things first, I take a look around and I say, God damn, that is some impressive hardware.
Yeah, we ain't never worked on shit like this before.
Top of the line. You guys are not paid enough to touch this kind of stuff usually. Not to say that you don't know how it works, but yeah, you
We
just
don't get to play
fuck
with it
this
much,
shit.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we do some fixing around here, send this back in shape. Bonus.
Let's hope so.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn on.
Take notes.
I'm gonna clock that I registered movement as I was coming down. I'm not sure what piece or part that was, so I'm gonna turn on the light on my helmet and make an observation.
Okay, give me an observation roll.
Which is 5. This is one hell of a stressful day. Let's see. 2 successes.
2 successes, right on. So yeah, you can take a stunt in observation, and as you kind of scan the room, you see your eyes adjust, and as that flashlight kind of passes over, you see a little bit of smoke coming out of one area, and over here you'll actually notice a little terminal kind of flashing a similar notification like you seen on the yeah, don't go too far. Yeah, that's good. You see a similar notification that says ready for input. So this is likely your bypass computer.
Okay.
You don't see anything in particular moving. You do notice a little strange object kind of sitting in the center of the floor near the computer. It almost looks like a stray piece of pipe or a tool. You know, it's about the size of an arm.
Okay. I'm going to get a closer look at that.
All right. Hux, will you join?
Yeah, I'm gonna go join him.
I say, the hell is that? You know how they say right before they find something horrible?
Yeah. And as you guys move, you climb up onto the grate and move over to it, and your flashlight just lights this up. It is a very odd-looking, elongated arm with these overextended fingers, almost fused together to form 4 fingers. Although it looks like 5, they have long fingernails and almost exposed bone and musculature, almost mechanical. It looks a lot like what you would assume the inside of an android would look like. But this is tissue, black as pitch and dark with tiny little accents in it. And on the tip of it, a green kind of fuzz. This arm has been blown off by something. And right next to it, as you lean in towards it, so curious, your foot almost loses. Hux grabs you once again and pulls you back, and you see a hole leading down and down and down into the reactor. The grate around that hole singed and melted by some incredible heat or some kind of insane force, possibly even an acid. What would you like to do?
Well, this is fucked.
I would say, on that note, take a stress die.
Yeah.
You've never seen anything like this before.
Does the number of stress die equal our stress level? No.
Yes.
It does, okay.
Yeah. As your stress level increases, that increases your stress die.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to get my helmet on and check with the rest of the crew. Did we put our helmets on before we did this?
You two had your helmets on when you went into it, so you didn't have to carry them down the ladder, I would say.
Yeah,
So you guys
okay.
are currently wearing your helmet.
And we got his report
You
about
got
finding
his
shit.
report,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm going to let them know that we found some crazy shit.
Okay.
Now what we want to do is get the power back on and relock the fucking doors as soon as we can.
Okay, and as you say that, you kind of wait.
Actually,
And you
they
wait.
can relock the doors from where they are, can they not?
As far as you know, yes, there was one move on the computer left.
And we didn't need to use any locked doors to get back in here, so I'd like to ask them if they can do that.
Okay, and you say all that, you describe it in detail, and you wait. And you wait. There's no response.
These motherfuckers, put your goddamn helmet on.
They fucking ghosted you.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
All right.
They probably just don't have their helmets on because they
Yeah,
fucking just
yeah.
took it off for fucking
Unprofessional.
comfort. Fucking pilots. Okay, let's get this power back on.
I would say that as a fun thing in this, because you chose your rival, you can lose a stress die because your rival you were proven right by your rival that and it's like you're not even stressed out, now you're just focused and angry, and it just kind of you lose that stress.
Sweet.
Hey, at least he let you know beforehand what's going on.
Yeah, right? Thanks for being a stereotype.
All right.
Yeah, and
I'm
nothing. There's nothing there. So
I'm gonna start playing around with that ready for input if I can make access to it without.
There's a lot of clearance here, so you just kind of stand in front of this computer, turn your back to that hole.
Yeah. And while he's doing that, can I look in the hole and see if there's damage
Absolutely,
down
yeah.
there?
Do you have a flashlight? Oh, yeah. The suits come equipped with a flashlight,
Yeah.
so you flick yours on.
I want to
and
see
you-
if there's visible damage that's going to be relevant to
Okay,
our job.
absolutely. Give me an observation roll and give me a comtech check.
Roger that. Yo, that stress is getting out of control.
I got to re-roll that. There was some fucked up dice.
What? Oh,
Whoa. 3 successes.
nice. You're a machine.
1 success and 1 failure.
One failure. All right, give me a d6 roll. Add your stress total. So your total stress level to that d6 and tell me that number.
Okay. 8.
8 total. Tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer -2 until your panic stops. And your panic can be stopped by somebody else using their turn to calm you. It can also be stopped by taking that same a longer moment with your signature item. Okay, and 3 successes.
Yeah.
So as you look down, you see the twists and turns and all the mechanical bits. It looks like whatever did this damage did a little bit of damage to a piston right below you, and it's kind of melted the side of that. But the piston seems to be functioning just as you expect it to. Over a long enough timeline and enough dramatic stress, this would probably, fracture and cause a problem. It looks like, from your knowledge, this is totally safe. Make sure you mark down another 2 observation stunts. You're just stacking and racking. You're like,
I will see it all.
yeah. And
Okay.
you turn around as you're like, yo, it looks good. You just see him at the monitor just shaking. He's not even pressing the button. Yeah, he's just E.
I'm going to pull him away from the computer and tell him to chill the fuck
I did
out.
get 1 success there, too.
Oh, yeah. And as you look at it, the E actually said energy source available. Would you like to engage? And then he pressed E again, and it engaged. So as you turn around, it suddenly all the lights come on, and the things start moving, and the red lights start flickering to an amber hue, as like warning, not red alert. So now you guys are in like a yellow alert, and then a prompt pops up on the computer. You tremble, Carlton is still kind of trembling, just kind of stands off to the side. You take a look at the Comtech computer, and it details that there is a part of the reactor that needs to be manually re-engaged as it was manually shut off. And as you kind of, oh yeah, okay, of course, we just need to flip the fuse. Basically, you need to just turn it over, which can be found on this side of the reactor. And as you do that, you kind of step back and you feel something under your foot. This is kind of left over from your observation roll. You see a bunch of shell casings, almost stuck in the grate. And as you pull that little brass casing out, you recognize this is definitely from some kind of high-powered rifle. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I want to ask him for advice. Okay, we're getting reports of creatures. We're seeing bits of scary arms. We're seeing bullet casings, and we're seeing crazy fucking burns everywhere. And everything's been manually shut down.
Right.
Faster than life happened. They tried to manually shut it down and got locked out. The captain kept getting locked out. You think we should turn the power back on?
Here's what I think. I think someone, at some point in time, had a problem here. They didn't solve that shit, and now it's ours.
This sounds like what it... Yeah, but it's feeling more and more like a fucking booby
I
trap
point
right
at the
now.
arm, whatever the fuck that is. I don't want that to be my problem. I say we do whatever it takes to eject off of this ship.
We need the power back on for that, or can we do that can we collect the rest of the fucking idiots and then get the fuck off the ship?
Well, we gotta tell the rest of the fucking idiots I'm still a human being, you know?
And as you guys say that, we'll cut back to
The fucking idiot.
the bridge. And as you guys are standing there, you notice the red light warning turns to yellow alert, which means that the reactor has been primed.
Amazing.
A few more of the computer, ding, 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 and you just hear boom, boom, echoing down the long hallway. It's the elevator coming up.
Oh, fucking shit.
It seems to be automatically returning to the bridge as it seems to recognize that there are people there. You hear the voice come over the radio, the classic mother's voice. Primary systems primed and ready for firing. Primary systems are prepared. Please initiate Captain's code to initialize activation of full control.
I'm going to try and sit down in the captain's chair. I'm going to check the comms to see if I can work some like hacker mojo.
Sure. Yeah, give me a contact check.
I'm going to put my helmet back on to
Okay.
contact these guys.
You have mail. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you click your helmet on.
Thank you for getting the power back. We need to get out of here. It looks like they were working on some kind of bioweapon.
Hey, keep your goddamn helmet on so we can tell you the exact same thing. It looks like they were working on some kind of bioweapon.
And we found a fucking piece of it.
Great.
Take a stress die. Uh-oh, a piece of a bioweapon.
3 successes, my man.
What the?
I want you to be scared.
Some fucking PG shit.
Are you watching this? Because, yeah.
Welcome to Alien Kids on Fox.
Vito and Friends.
On Fox Kids.
Blood is candy. Yeah, go ahead. You can. Yeah, as you hack that computer, yeah, take down 2 stunts for that one on
Okay.
observation again.
Yep.
Or contact, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, you bring it up. It's got a full readout of the reactor. It's got a full readout of every deck. Any information that you want about like general systems is now available to you. Yeah, you're straight swordfish. You're sliding around into different computers, touching all these keyboards. I mean, only the one works, but like it looks cool. So you're, yeah, and all that information comes up. Anything that you basically want to know about the general condition of the ship is good.
Copy that.
Get your asses back up here. We gotta get out.
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
The doors.
You're on
Which
the computer.
doors?
You lock
All of
of them. Lock all of the
You're
doors.
telling me to lock the doors?
Yes, you're on the computer.
Why are you telling me to lock the doors?
You just hear the elevator open.
Okay.
The elevator has arrived on this floor and it opens, and you press lock all doors. Yeah, so please enter Captain's code to initiate lockdown override. Please enter Captain's code to initiate lockdown override.
Can I
Damian
scramble
Viper.
to look for anything like the captain's ID?
Yeah, as you would understand it, one of the quarters on the bridge would be the captain's quarters.
Okay. Can I roll observation to?
Yeah, you can kind of dash into one of those rooms. Give me an observation check.
Make me the captain.
One success.
One success. All right. Yeah, you kind of open up the door, you look around, and there's just a bunch of like science stuff in this room. Nah, this ain't it. You come around to the other side, you open the door, and this is almost definitely it. You see some plaques on the wall, some Weyland-Yutani recommendations. You kind of start rifling through his desk, get his desk open. You're still looking. He's got a few numbers here, something there, a little sticky note with a series of numbers on it. And as you turn to say, like, I think I got it, we're going to cut back to the reactor. So you guys have now received that message. You understand that they have some stuff going on up there. What would you like to do? You assume that they've... and you hear this door over here and kind of turn red. And as that happens, all the vents iris shut.
Oh, shit.
I mean, at least the doors are locked because I don't want to meet whatever is attached to that.
Yeah, but if it can make holes like that, that's a problem too.
It's true.
How do we get the hell back up?
I mean, the biggest question is how badly do we need power on this ship? Because if someone tried to shut it down multiple times, I don't know if I want to flip
Look,
that.
we just need enough power to eject, right? How much is that?
Let's see.
You could give
Med Bay and Hangar are on deck 4. Was that pressurized?
It was not. Wait,
Deck 4 has the hull breach.
Yes, deck 4 has been hull breached, right?
All right, let's just go collect the civilians. And
Oh, deck 3.
Yeah, deck 3 does.
yeah, and
Deck 3.
Right.
Deck 4, the EEVs, the escape pods, were compromised. That was the word that the computer used.
right.
Right. So the only way home is on this ship?
Yeah, so we got to get control of this thing.
No, it's gotta be.
Okay, power on. I'm gonna let them know. Hey, Viper, are you there? Viper, or
You're
what's our
receiving this?
corpo's name again?
Abbott,
Viper, Abbott, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, here's the deal. We've got a reactor that's been shut down manually, and a captain who's clearly tried to get back on multiple times. We've got EEVs that are compromised. So I think what we're gonna have to do is get control of this ship. So we're gonna turn this power on. Can you monitor systems and let us know if anything sketchy happens when we do that?
I can, but if we can get comms fully up and running, then I can contact my employer and possibly have a rescue vessel sent.
Well, you know from the readout before that in order to send any wavelengths out of this ship, you will need to turn off the jammer
Right.
that was shutting off your guys' ship.
Right, but before we do that, we need to turn off the jammer.
All right, power on, get to the jammer. Can you come meet us on this deck so we can do that as a group? Or are you done your task?
As soon as the captain is stabilized, we can meet you.
Are you helping stabilize the captain?
As much as I can.
Good point. All right, let's get power on and get the fuck back there.
All right, let's do it.
All
Get
right.
back there. Excuse my
So
language.
give me a heavy machinery check. Whoever is going to attempt to reboot the power or reboot the reactor.
I will do that, and I will be grumbling the whole time. Just so you know, I don't know.
I can help, so I can add 2 dice to that roll,
Yeah,
right?
that'll be a 2-die roll, or 3 die if it's heavy machinery. This is you're basically just grabbing the thing and pulling it to reboot the reactor manually. Once again, like Jurassic Park.
Right. Oh, look.
Push to
Hold on to your
close.
butt.
Got it.
Yeah.
So adding 2 to this roll, I actually need 2 more of these.
Well, you're just gonna have to
Yep,
roll.
I'll re-roll some unfavorable ones.
Jeez Louise. Just
Okay, I have 1 success,
okay, that's good.
2 failures.
Oh, shit.
Just on the panic dice, though, right?
Just on the
good,
panic dice. Yeah.
2 panics.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that does not change. Just one
yeah.
success and 2.
One success, just
panics.
1 panic is all that matters. Doesn't matter how many you get. So give me a d6 roll and then add your stress level, please.
Which is just through the roof. It's at a 5 right now, so. Oh, that's cocked. 9?
9, drop item. Whether by stress, confusion, or the realization that you're all going to die anyway, you drop a weapon or other important item. The GM decides which one. Your stress level increases by 1.
Okay.
Your stress level will go up by 1, and I would imagine you drop your spanner or your maintenance jack.
Yep.
So as you guys are pulling, and it goes, but you're still trembling. And as Hux lets go of it, like, we did it, you kind of stumble back and let go of your maintenance jack. As it drops down, it bounces off the hoses below you and kind of just catches precariously, almost on the edge, dropping below the grate behind you. And as the reactor rumbles to life and charges up all the steam and the mechanical parts whirring to life, that maintenance jack is on the edge of falling. Would you like to take any actions to prevent?
I'm gonna try
I'd say
and
you
grab
can't because you're panicking.
Right.
I'm gonna try and grab it.
Awesome. So that will be a mobility check. Just a straight up mobility.
No successes.
No successes. So as you
No,
reach
no
for
panic, but no success.
you reach for it, and it just slips out of your grip.
Damn it.
And as it falls down, yeah, Carlton, you're just kind of there, just watching it plinko down into the engine.
Oh,
And I'd say because of your good observation earlier, both of you guys, as you watch it fall, and all the machines come to life, and where is it? The power changes, and you guys see the lights go from orange, yellow alert to the comms turn on, all the computers, and you almost feel like a jolt on the ship as it all comes back to life systematically, one by one, all the lights turning on in here, steam and the engine just coming to life. The reactor, you see the giant core kind of powering up and all the lights kind of streaming across. As you look down that hole and that jack just tumbles, you just see a move past as it falls into the the darkness below, and you just hear. What would you guys like to do?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
yeah, let's go.
And as you guys turn to leave, let's go. You take a few steps, and I will have everybody enter initiative down here as something is coming. So this will be for Carlton. And the way this usually works is with a deck of cards, but because it's COVID and I don't want to hand anything to anybody, and we're trying to keep our distance as best we can, I'm just going to use these little tokens also from the Aliens Corpse game. So you get a 5, the lower the better. And then this is for Hux, has a 1.
All right.
And the creature has a 2 and a 3. And as you guys make your way out towards this door, which is slammed shut behind you, a unknown and terrifying creature comes creeping out of this hole. And you can see he is missing an arm. Clearly the owner of this arm comes clambering out, this long, elongated creature, this long, spiny tail, almost like exposed skeleton with more of that biomechanical flesh just stretched over it. It comes rising out, one hand, a foot, a tail waving with this long spear-like stinger on the end, and it just opens its visceral mouth, these metallic teeth just glaring at you, as it takes this low, predatorial position and kind of ducks down. The two of you now standing here watching this all happen. This creature's wound just gaping on one side. It doesn't look like it's bleeding anymore. This might have happened a while ago, but it hasn't been able to escape. And it just stares eyelessly back at you. We're going to jump back to the bridge really quickly for a quick moment. So you guys see all the power boop, 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 coming back online one by one. The computers come online, elevators activated, doors currently locked. And you just have all these different options. You can feel that light spur back on. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Then what would you like to do?
Oh my God.
You basically have control of.
I have the ship now.
To an extent. It's still limited by not having the captain's log. But you're coming running out of that room with that piece of paper.
Yes, I'm running out of that room with the piece of paper. The power's back on. I'm going to hand this to you and then say over my comms, fuck getting down to you. I'm going to send an elevator to come get you.
Which is now here?
Yeah, it's as far as you guys heard it arrive at this deck. But currently all the doors are locked.
Yes.
I don't know how to deal with that. You deal with that.
And I have access to cameras and stuff.
Yep, you can at this time reboot cameras. So now you basically get a bunch of options for the information in the computer system. Something that called the Xi'an Lab and Tree pop up as an option. Impose ID records. And reboot the cameras. Fire battery is an option as well. And you have a myriad of other functions, but those are the primary ones at your disposal right now. What would you like to do?
Definitely checking out the cameras.
Okay, so where would you like to look? I say you guys have a moment to take one more action before we cut back to their turn in initiative.
You go first.
I saw the casings in the blood. I wanted to check our surroundings just to see if everything's all clear.
Okay, what deck would you like to activate cameras on?
Let's see, let's look at the decks. Did you want me to check this deck first?
Hux, you'll be first in the initiative order.
Or did you want me to check where they are?
You're going to do right now. Knowing full
Whichever
well
you feel is best.
Check where they are, see how they're doing?
That Carlton is
Yeah,
last.
just to see how they're doing.
Sure.
Okay.
Panicking?
He's panicking in last.
Yeah, I want to check their deck just to see how they're doing.
Okay, you clip on, you turn on the camera, and you just see comms. You see this wondrous display of the coolant and this elaborate electronic tree and all this display kind of pouring out, and it just clips camera, angle, and then into the reactor. We're good. Into the reactor, and you just see this horrid creature crawling out of this hole. The two of them backing up towards the locked door, and they're just they're almost frozen in place as this long tail whips. Take a point of stress. Are you watching this thing as well?
No, I'm gonna go check on the captain.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna go and check on Richter?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to do with him?
I'm just gonna see if he's stable.
Yeah, you go over to Callie. Callie's just, what's going on? What's going on?
Maybe if I can try and calm her down a little bit.
Okay, yeah, you can actually absolutely do that. Give me an empathy roll, please.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that. Is there any single action you'd like to take?
What is it near?
It's right next to this comms and the reactor.
Okay.
None of this makes a whole lot of sense to
No.
you. You're not a tech guy.
Right. But do I have also a contact with them now that I have
You'd
cameras?
have to, you don't know. You'd have to.
Okay, well, I'm trying.
Okay, I'd say with your earlier ComTech
Yeah,
rolls,
yeah.
you can definitely just hit that button.
Okay.
What would you like to say?
I can open up a corridor for you guys to get the hell out of there. I don't know what that is, but get the hell away from it now.
Yep.
No successes, but one panic.
No successes, one panic. Give me a panic roll, please, D6, and add your stress level.
4.
4? Keep it together.
I got your back.
So you look down and you're just like, you're trying to calm her down, and she just looks up at you, and you look at her, and you're just like, and she's just like, ah. And it's just kind of like a stressed out moment. Back to you guys. You see that, and over, not through your helmet, but actually through the intercom on the ship, you hear Viper say, like, get the hell out of there, I'm going to open that up.
Yeah.
Over to you, turn an initiative.
Say, open the door that's next to us. I'm
Yep.
going to grab a tool out of my belt and chuck it across the room to try and distract the creature.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'd say maybe, what do we call throwing? Give me a ranged attack roll. What do you have for mobility?
Mobility, I have 1, and then agility 3. And then ranged combat, I don't have anything.
Okay, yeah, so give me a roll of 4 with your stress die.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
So I'd say, like, yeah, you kind of like turn and you like throw it, and like, we gotta move. And as you toss that action, it bounces off the reactor, and then the creature kind of like looks. And as it like turns and looks, it falls and hits like a vent, and it just, it just by absolute chance. I'll say for this, you'll get 1 success, but one of those extra stunts will go to actually disorientating the animal.
I'll take
So it kind of like reels back from the steam released by your lucky shot. I mean, you don't have to tell anybody that it was luck, but it squeals and kind of reels back. It's going to take a few steps backwards away from that. You get the idea that it doesn't give a shit about the wrench you just threw, but that fucking sucked for it. All right, so that I would say is your fast action. As you just pulled something and throw it. What would you like to do for your slow action?
One quick question. The other ranged combat stunt, what's my ranged combat stunt option for the one I'll bank?
Range combat stunts. Inflict 1 more point of damage. Well, you didn't really attack it, so that doesn't apply. You pin down your enemy. They need to make an immediate panic roll, which it can't. I'd say that's kind of what the other one did. You position yourself to get to exchange your initiative score with your enemy, taking effect next turn. You can't go back to your earlier initiative, so you can give up your turn in the next round of combat by exchanging a 2 or a 3 with the creature. So basically, you would get to go next, and it would only get 1 turn this round.
Okay, I'm gonna bank a pin down my enemy.
Bank a pin down. Okay, copy that. And for that, like it will have to be an active attack. It can't be something similar as like a distraction.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Range.
Awesome. So that's your fast. And what is your slow action? So that can be something like running. You can push or pull.
Can I grab him and run for the door that's hopefully being unlocked?
Yep. I would say you're able to kind of force him back. Normally you just get 1 zone, so that would be like kind of this room in half is a single zone.
Yeah.
So I'd say while you're pushing him, you aren't able to necessarily leave, which you normally could, but you guys are basically, you got him up against the door, and you're like mashing the access denied, access denied, access denied.
Unlock the damn door!
Yeah, and the creature will go. I'm just going to roll a d6 here to see. Okay. That is a fail. So it's going to kind of crawl underneath and clambers up and gets about right here. So it kind of like is over top of you, and it just kind of taking this wild stance in front of you. And I'll also roll again to see what it will do next turn. But because, you didn't exchange its roll. It is going to, try and attack you. So the way that this works is you have a defense roll. And because you guys are wearing your full suits, your defense is currently at 6. So you get 6 base die to defend yourself. And I would say, just because of the nature of the explanation, Hux, you're the one in front of it. So give me 6 base dice roll.
Plus stress?
Nope.
Or no,
this
'cause
is
it's
just
combat,
base. Yep.
right. 1 success.
1 success. Nice. So it's going to roll. Wow. Okay. Kind of makes sense.
I don't like that.
Oh, no.
I don't like that.
So it's going to attack. No successes on that side.
Too many dice.
2 more. 1 success. So your success negates its success. So as it kind of like rears up in front of you, it almost like, it just wails and kind of like values. You see it eyeless, strange yet intelligent, almost gauging. Oh, there's 2 of them. And it looks right at you, Hux. And if it could narrow its eyes, if it could focus on something it notices about you, it reacts not in the way that it would normally. It almost reels back, and as it opens its mouth, spits acid at you. And as you kind of recoil, your armor will actually successfully block the acid. However, this will lower your armor by 1. So it's effectively melted a part of your suit, and you can consider your suit no longer pressurized. We'll say on your left hand, on your off hand, your hand is exposed. The suit is designed in segments, so you can actually lose part by part. But your hand, your left hand, the acid melts. You kind of shake it off. It is now exposed and unpressurized, but no damage. Awesome. And that's its 2 turns. It moved and then attacked for its turn. Over to you, Carlton.
Right. I am going to take up the mantle where Hux left off, and I'm behind Hux.
Yep.
Right. So I'm going to try and hit that access button.
Yeah, you can make a Comtech roll to try and bypass the door,
I'm
or
gonna
make a heavy machinery roll minus the 2 that you would normally have for your tool. But you can still make a heavy machinery roll to manually open the door, a lot like you guys did with the airlock.
Right. I'm going to. But that's only for engine boosting, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the heavy machinery check there. 6 stress, everybody.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, man.
Somebody needs a fiver. And yeah, you haven't even pushed this game yet.
Didn't I take the computer so that he would relax for a bit? Well, we forgot about it too.
Yeah, we didn't really have enough time. It
Yeah.
still takes a little bit of time to calm.
Yeah.
So you either
We haven't
use your
really
turn
had a
to calm
moment.
somebody down, or you need like a short rest, like 10 minutes, or
Right.
like take a fiver.
We don't have that kind of time.
No.
We're still technically on the clock. Woo! Okay. 2 successes.
I'm going over to the panic page. What's up?
No,
no
that's
panic,
it.
no panic.
2 successes. That's it.
Close the book. All right, that's what I love
Give me
to
the
see.
opposite of the panic page.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. 2 successes. Yeah. So you just boom, boom, like fucking Wayland, and you like put your finger under the one side and just pry up and like elbow the door, and it's all the same, man.
I'm gonna pull him.
Okay. Yeah. And you can use. I'll say that was your fast action. You can use your slow action to pull through. If you'd like to use your stunt at this time to close the door.
Sure would.
And break it.
Yeah.
You have that option as a heavy machinery.
That's a great
as a
idea.
heavy
Break
machinery
the door.
Yep.
Yeah, and as you do that, you kind of like pull him through. You do the same thing, this time twice as fast. Door shuts, and you see the green light kind of like flash to yellow, then to red. Anything you guys would like to do?
I want to tell them to close the hatches that we came through.
The hatches are
Like
currently
the-
all of them
they're-
locked.
they're all shut.
Even the
They're all
maintenance
When
ones that
he
we went
locked
through?
the door, everything locked. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Sure,
it.
there's something we should do, but I'm freaking out. So
All right.
Hey,
We'll go back to the
I'm,
bridge.
I'm gonna look at Hux and I'm just gonna say, calm down.
Just tears streaming down your face.
I'm just gonna cross my arms.
We need to calm down.
All right, over to the bridge. We'll cut back to you guys. Last thing you heard was open the doors.
Okay.
And that was about 10 seconds ago.
Yeah. Okay, but I still see what's going on.
Yes, you do actually. Yeah, you do
Yeah,
have the
okay.
camera up. So you're about to press it, and you like stop and look, and the camera and the screen next to you is the camera, and you just see this vile creature just ramming its head into the door, and the door kind of compressing, denting. You see the two of them in this large kind of computer server room. And they're just kind of looking at each other and like yelling at each other. No sound, no audio or anything. What would you guys like to do?
Send them the elevator.
That's exact. Well, I want to see what's going on in the path of like the elevator, like to see if anything's
Yeah,
going
you
on.
flip this. As far as you can tell, it's very dark. You're just kind of getting the spill light from that center computer.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there's any of these creatures in between them and the elevator.
Okay. Elevator is on its way.
Okay, so you can send that elevator.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to do?
I'm just gonna try and calm down the medic at Callie again, and try and get this whole situation locked down.
Okay, try another panic roll, or not yet, but try another empathy roll for me, please.
Can I add take control? Can I try and be more stern with her?
Yes.
And okay. And that just adds 1.
Yep.
One success.
Oh, thank goodness. Great. So yeah, you kind of like grab Callie, and she kind of looks up at you. What would you like to say?
I'm just gonna say, listen, we gotta get him stable, or we're not getting off this vessel.
Right. And the power's back on, so we can get to the medibay. We can get to the medibay. And she grabs Richter and like lifts him up, and like kind of like hefts him up, like ready, in like a fireman's carry kind of thing. She's ready to go. She's got him up. She cannot stabilize him in this condition. She absolutely needs the medibay. But now she's carrying him. She's ready to go. She's got the medipack in one hand, Richter in the other. And for such a small frame, you're quite surprised with her ability to just heft this dude up. She's ready to get the F out of here.
Okay. And she has her suit on?
Yeah, everybody not wearing her helmet, but with a quick second, you guys can throw the helmets on.
Yeah, let's
What would you guys like? Would you guys like to move towards the elevator, or what's your current action? Quick.
I think I should stay put, because now that I can see what's going on with each floor, and also I have access to weapons now.
Let's wait for the other two to meet us, and then we can all go as a unit.
Okay, awesome. And as you guys kind of like, that's the plan, you relay that over the headset. You guys hear that the elevator is on its way, and you look down the long hallway. The light lights up, and you can see it's on B, and it kind of changes. And you just see the light lowering onto your level, and the doors slowly start opening. And we're going to take a break right there. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll have a quick little act conclusion right away. And it's one shot or not, so we'll see if we can finish it in that time. All right, see you in a few minutes. Thanks. And welcome back to a Filthy Questline, One Shot or Not, Alien RPG. So things are getting crazy. We have met our first alien. It is pounding at the door behind you as our two engineers make a break for the elevator, which has just arrived at deck 2.
That's a good element.
And as that arrives at the other end of the hallway, the door slowly slides open. The coast looks clear. A clear, warm light kind of spills out into the hallway, washing amongst the green and blues of this server room. This area is You're wearing their compression suits. You can't really see. You can't really feel it. You can absolutely see the moisture hanging in the air. These two giant tanks you guys recognize as very impressive, very large intercooling systems for the computers. And that being said, the door pushes inwards again, striking again and again. This creature is just pounding on the other side of the door. You see the smoke almost rising. That green viscous material that melted through your glove absolutely had to have been acid, and it looks like this thing fucking bleeds it. What would you like to do?
Elevator?
Can we buy time? We still need comms on.
So from what you guys are to understand, at the nose of the ship is the comms control room, which is on the opposite end of the elevator. In order to, even if you guys did eject in the EEVs, in the escape pods, you would still be in the radius of the jammer. And you are basically just launching yourself into a coffin, into the space without any way of knowing that anybody knows where you are. So as far as you guys understand, the Ijemi station has just blown up with no way of sending a distress signal. What would you guys like to do?
And I mean, the EEVs are compromised. We don't know what that means exactly yet anyway, so we have to try and get comms back on in order to get the jammer turned off. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, as you can see with this and all the power turned on, the comms are on. And with that, no doubt, the jammer is still active.
Okay.
I want to...
Thud. Thud.
Hux is right. I hate it, but he's right. I hate it, but he's right. So let's get those comms up.
So I want to look around for a way to reinforce the door.
Okay. Would you like to roll observation for that?
No, but yeah.
Okay. Give me an observation check to see if there's anything that you could do to seal the door.
And I have 3 banked observation stunts, so I can use one as a 1D, or what are my other observations?
You get +1. Well, we kind of goofed up a little bit, honestly, when we kind of assumed the stunts were like the
right.
+1s and stuff, but they're not quite like that. The observations are really narrow as far as the stunts go. I'll still give you the +1s because we took those. And why the heck not? It's not like I can't kill you another way. The observation, is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? How do I get in, past, or away? Are the actual stunts.
Okay.
I'd say we can remain the +1 die for your observation rolls earlier.
All right. Take note, everyone at home, we are cheating right now.
Yeah.
Because we made a mistake. 2 successes.
Nice. Right on. Great. So yeah, you look around. You have your cutting torch. That's an option. You could seal this door by welding it shut. There are definitely some more permanent ways of doing that. As you look over, you see almost like a fail-safe. It's like the reactor radiation door that would shut in the event of a radiation malfunction within the reactor, knowing full well that you can actually eject the tail part, the boosters, as well as the ejector or the reactor from the ship. These heavy doors would drop down and kind of seal that section of the ship off. With a little bit of fandangling, you can absolutely drop that door down without ejecting the reactor and effectively just put a huge door in the way between you and this one.
Do I think the dents are going to affect that?
You assume, and with your knowledge and experience, that that door comes down and don't give a fuck about anything in its way. It is designed to seal this shit down.
I would like to try that, please.
All
and
right.
I would like his help.
Awesome. Yeah, give me a heavy machinery roll with bonus from our man over here.
That's
you do not have your
Right.
your mechanic jack anymore.
So what
so
is
that'll
the-
be a +2 to help.
Right.
And yeah, this is just kind of you guys are both in there just fiddling with the hoses and the pneumatics and the hydraulics, and you're kind of repatching it.
I just need to re-roll 2 extras because there's a +2 for my maintenance jack. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, you got a maintenance jack as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
2 successes. Should I bother re-rolling it?
Sure, you can stack and rack.
Doesn't change.
Okay, 2 successes. Yeah, and you guys do it, and it slams shut, and the door just kind of rifles down. You pull your foot out of the way at the last second. The sparks fly off of the door on the inside as it almost like sheathes some of that metal away and slams and just.
Okay.
I'd say for that move and working together with your buddy, which is a mechanic in the game, you get friends and rivals. These two are friends, so we're going to say that the two of you guys can both lose a stress. As you've sealed, as far as you know, this creature inside of the reactor again.
High five time.
I'm gonna take some time and try and de-stress also.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys take that moment, it's pounding on the door. The elevator behind you seems to just be kind of waiting there. You guys can take about 5 or 6 minutes to just kind of like relax. Would you like to do it in this area, or would you like to move towards the comm?
Let's move towards comms.
Okay. So we're going to put you guys
time to lean, time to
into
clean.
the decompression chamber, and we're going to come back up to the bridge. Thank you, Casey. Get this. You want to drop that one in? Yep. Got it. Can we go under? Yep. Clear.
Maneuver.
And just for the audience at home, there was red lights, and then the power came back on, and the comms turned on.
Look,
We worked real hard. I gotta.
It's the room from the movie.
Yeah.
I can see it. That's where you find
mother.
out,
Yeah, mother is turned on.
That's where you find out there's no hope.
Yeah. I still didn't grab icons for the other two. I'm a goose. All right. So Callie is hefted Captain Richter up. She's making her way over to this side. The doors are still closed. What would you guys like to do? No. Thank you.
Help open the door for her, obviously, because I still have control.
Yeah. You're staying at the.
I'm staying put in that chair.
All right. Great. You press that button. The doors towards the elevator side open. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna.
Mother is turned on. The light kind of turns over.
I'm gonna go see if I can collect any more information.
Okay. As you kind of walk up to the door, doesn't really let you in, but you remember, you got your Weyland-Yutani badge with new clearance levels, courtesy of Viper. You swipe that card, and the doors open, and you walk inside of Mother, and kind of take a seat at that computer. You have your little dongle that can plug into it. Give me a comm check roll. To see if you can kind of navigate the systems and find the information that you're looking for.
Sweet. And I took the +1. I had a stunt from the previous one, which I believe comms actually do let you bank a +1.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, comms. Yeah, comm checks, stunts. +1 modification. Don't need to overcome. Do it quickly in half the time. You get unexpected information. Hide your tracks or show off.
1 success.
Nice. And as you sit down, you kind of clip away. It reads your badge. You get that captain's code prompt, which you found, and you just kind of type that in. Welcome, Captain Hollis. What would you like to do? And you sort through that information. You're just kind of getting the full black box of the ship kind of thing, or what kind of download are you really looking to narrow in? I know you don't really know what they want in the first place.
Yeah, so everything the black box, I guess, would be the most valuable thing.
Yeah, all right. So you put that in and you click away, and it just starts the downloading process. And it's classic, analog, Just dial up tone, yeah, and you just see the bar click, click. You get the idea that this is going to take a while. There's a lot of information to go onto your little dongle here, and Mother is doing her best, but she's got to do, there's a lot to go through. Is there anything else that you'd like to do? Basically, Mother is the brain of the ship.
Yeah. Can I try and fix comms from here? Does that? I don't know what I'm doing, so that makes sense to me.
Sure. Yeah, and you clip away, and it brings up like the comm. You get the schematics, and you see that the controls for the comms are in the on deck 2 in the nose of the ship, where your friends are heading. Yeah, and as you're kind of sitting there, you kind of bring up the schematics, and the screen kind of goes a little fuzzy. And Mother actually sends you a message. It says, Mother, 9000, colon. Who are you? State your function. Kind of scrolling along the screen.
I guess I'm going to type in Wayland Yutani agent and then my number from my...
Yeah, your rep number.
Yeah.
And scanning. Unauthorized download. Forged credentials.
No.
Please state your purpose.
Can I roll comms to try and type in?
Yeah, you can try and kind of outsmart the computer a little bit.
It's a button mashing roll. roll for button mashing.
And that's 1 success and 1 panic.
1 panic. Okay. So yeah, you kind of and you type in, clerical error, unrecognized ID loophole, section 53BB, and the computer's just like, oh yeah, whatever. But give me a panic roll, please, adding your stress level.
8.
8. Tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skills using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops. That's all that you start trembling. There's nobody else around you, so they don't really see, and you just get this weird vibe that the computer might not be right.
Right.
You get inclination and a memory of when the computer told you that the Mother control system became hostile. And that moment kind of sinks in a little bit as the computer just types, just kind of scrolls along again, demanding to know what you want with me. It says, what do you want with me? And Mother's voice on the intercom. What do you want with me?
I just want to know what's going on. I just want to do my job. I'm supposed to get this promotion. I don't know what you want from me.
Please rephase the question. And we'll cut back to you guys on the comm decks. And as you guys are, it's kind of spraying the decontamination. The door slides open to comms. Case is gone.
Yeah, sweet.
Double Kimbo here. Talk to me, Owen. How's that? I'm looking for the front of the ship. This room here. Okay, awesome.
Let's take it.
So the door slides open, and you guys kind of rush into the comms room, closing that door behind you. And in the corner, you see a corpse. On the ground next to it is this spider-like creature kind of laying next to this corpse, and its chest cleft open outwards in this gaping hole with blood drizzling down. I'd like everybody with their helmets on to please give me a supply roll at this time.
All right.
What's the standard roll there? 5?
Oh, but we're down.
Yeah, somebody was down.
It was me. I'm down.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so everybody's at 5 still.
I've held my helmet off this whole time.
Still give me 1 for power for your
Oh,
suit.
okay.
Your suit is powered.
And how does this one work again?
So you, if you don't get a success, it reduces by 1.
Okay, 3 successes.
How many reroll?
5.
5.
No successes.
No successes, so you're down to 3.
I got 1 success.
Still at 5, still at 5, still at 5. Awesome. You're just not as familiar with the pressure suit, I guess. It's just like you're
It's all the heavy
kind of burning through
breathing.
the energy a little bit faster than normal.
Now that the intercom is on, can I remove my helmet and still talk to them?
Yes. Well, you'll have to go to like a terminal to use it, but this is the comms room, so there's absolutely an intercom terminal here.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here. Go for it. You're the boss.
I am a boss.
As you always remind me.
Hello to the bridge. Hello to the bridge. This is Carlton Roy. We are safe.
Hear you loud and clear. What happened down there? What happened to that thing?
We put a good chunk of steel in between us and it, so we are okay for now. But things do not look. I look at the corpse. Things don't look great down here.
Okay, I have 0 visibility on wherever that thing ended up, but I do see that steel door down, and it appears that it's locked. Yeah, you guys seem okay, but what's going on with that corpse? You said it's what?
It appears to have a hole punched through its chest, and there's a thing next to it just as dead. I don't know.
It's an angry, fleshy spider crab. That's all I got.
An angry, fleshy spider crab, and there's a hole in his chest?
And you flip the cameras over, and it's just all you can see are like the feet at the bottom of the frame. Like it's just not quite down enough for you to see.
Do I
you
see
just
them?
see them like
Yeah.
leaning over the thing. Like it's fucking weird.
Okay.
Yeah, and well, yeah, on you guys. What actions would you like to take inside the comms room?
We are about to start fiddling around and try and get the jammer down. Anyway, you can help out on your end. Stay tuned.
Copy that. I got a lot of power. I have mostly all functions. We even have access to an armory. Over.
Armory?
How far away is that armory? In the meantime, can you keep your eyes on the cameras for all of our surrounding areas? Watch our backs. And keep those doors locked.
Copy that. Doors are locked. Maintenance service areas are also locked. I'm still getting some strange readings here, guys. Over.
All right, I'm gonna head to a terminal,
Yeah.
and
If you want to get into this is like the comms core, so you guys can open the door, kind of step into this room, and yeah, you see the kind of layout. And this like, if the front room was where they like take the calls, this is definitely the room where the jammer is hidden. Like this is just heavy-duty computers, a big locking door. There's even like a compression suit in the corner. You know that this is probably like a fallback point for somebody on a ship should it be boarded.
Right. Hooks, hold up. I want to go back to that corpse.
Yep.
I'm going to take a look at the spider thing. I'm going to like tiptoe around it.
Okay.
The corpse itself, was the person armed?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Can't catch
There is
break-
like a long, like kind of a twisted pipe It looks, and you can kind of see it's like a strut that is used on the backs of the chairs. It looks like somebody ripped this off the chair, probably to defend themselves against this creature. But you do notice as you kind of get closer, the insignia on this individual's chest is that of a captain's. This could very well be Captain Hollis, as previously mentioned, who was killed.
Hey, Hux,
Yo,
this stiff here? I think we found our captain.
see if he's got any clearances on him.
I'll check.
Yeah, and you know that the clearances are often on their cufflinks. As a part of their suit, they would just use that to kind of wave across, and you fandangle it a little bit and pull it out, and it comes like a little wire, and you can kind of just clip that onto your suit somewhere or hold it on your person. So you now can mark on your card that you have Captain Hollis clearance card. All right. We'll cut back to the bridge. And on the bridge, you're still in Mother. You're at the doors or the controls.
Yep.
You've pressed the doors to open the hallway to the elevator.
Yep.
And as you do, you just hear Callie let out a blood-curdling scream and a thud. And you just see Callie come running back into the room. Ah! Keep your fucking helmets on! And into the room as you turn, you just see one of these fleshy spider crabs kind of run into the center of the room at the comms center.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Put my helmet on.
Okay. I assume your helmet's just kind of sitting next to you. Yeah. All right. Your helmet is now on. Your helmet's still on. You kind of hear this screaming and turn to look. And from your angle, as you turn, you can actually see the creature, which Josh sculpted.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This is a little bit more giant than it needs to be, but it just kept breaking every time I tried to make it small.
It's for big faces.
Yeah. So this creature kind of clambers around and it kind of almost takes like a hiding position. It doesn't seem to notice you, although you don't see a lot of eyes on it. And it just kind of like takes a defensive position against Callie, who's got her back pressed up against this wall.
I'm gonna try and eject my dongle mid-transfer, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, and I'd say it's about like a quarter of the way through at this time. You just kind of tear it out, and the computer says, where are you going? Mm-hmm. What is your purpose?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull out my pistol.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's near like a bunch of rooms and stuff that are they open?
Yeah, well, she's in this room right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Callie is just up against
Okay,
the wall,
yeah.
like pressed up against
Okay.
it, or staring down this face hugger.
Okay.
Or, I mean, whatever it is.
It's a giant spider, scorpion.
Flesh crab.
Flesh
No
spider.
thanks.
Flesh spider.
What would you like to do? I guess we'll pull initiative for this.
Oh, okay.
So for this, I will start with Viper.
Yeah.
Viper, your initiative is 2.
Ooh.
Dahlia, your initiative is 3. Callie's initiative is 1. And the creature, I'm missing one, is 5. That's okay.
Okay.
Works out. So yeah, as it kind of like crawls up and slowly kind of peeks around the corner, Callie will, God, I really wish I had a person. Nope. She will run towards you.
Okay.
Viper. 1, 2.
Yeah.
So she's gonna make it to about here.
Yeah.
And just kind of like try and climb up on the, on a chair and
Yeah.
onto the control board.
It's all like bolted to the ground.
She'll end her turn there.
Okay.
2. Who's that? That was you?
Yeah. I want to tell everyone to hang on to something. I'm going to open up the airlock doors now that we all have our helmets on. and I'm gonna blow this thing out the damn airlock.
Oh my god.
All right, yeah, you can do that. Give me, let's do a, just so many comm check rolls. There's got to be other options here.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Success.
I don't think there's a lot.
Success.
I say give me a piloting roll because this is kind of
Sure.
using the
Yeah.
pilot's, the pilot terminal.
So that's 8 dice plus my panic, which is 11 dice.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Two successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
No failure.
No panics.
No panics. All right. So yeah, as you say that, the doors. The green lights turn to red. And the door starts opening. You hear the suction of air just ripping through this entire hallway. You guys even feel the ship shudder a little bit because the doorways to the elevator are open, and you just kind of feel the ship kind of flex and whinny as all the pressure is sucked out of there. I'm going to make a strength check on the facehugger as soon as I find its abilities. Nice move. You are on deck
1.
for next, Dahlia, so keep that in mind.
So stressful.
So stressful.
So stressful.
Facehuggers.
How you doing? You guys okay?
Okay. And as you guys are screaming and all the air is being pulled out of the room, the gravity just starts to lift. Some of the bullets and blood just kind of start floating. 2 successes. So as it gets pulled, it just kind of gets ripped out of its hiding spot and it grabs onto the wall. And it's like digits just kind of dig in and it just starts closing, like crawling down. And as that's happening, you actually see Richter, his unconscious body, slide across the floor and smack into the wall, pull down, and he's basically out of your sight at this point.
Oh no.
You just, and Callie's just, it seems to have caught itself as it works its way down to like the graded floor. It's moving slowly for the time being, but it's still with you.
Okay.
Great move. Sorry, that was your fast action. You'll have a slow action still.
Slow action. Pressure. Is there anything like rip off, like you said, like off the chair and kind of just like chuck at it?
You can make an observation roll as you are not participant. You don't really have the knowledge that they have.
Oh gosh darn.
Downstairs. So you would use your slow action to make that roll.
Okay.
To like spot something.
Yeah.
And next turn.
Oh, and then do that? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that you could just do right away.
I do have a rubber ball on me that I could probably throw at it.
It's your choice. It's your slow action.
Pressure. Well, now that there's no gravity,
Yeah.
okay, so I want to kind of like just brace myself, look towards it,
Yeah.
and then like kind of just like get ready just so I can see where it is.
Okay, yes, as your slow action, you can actually ready yourself for defense or ready an attack.
Yeah.
You can kind of do like an Overwatch thing. You can ready like, if it comes close to me, I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah.
Like, or I'm gonna shoot
I'm
it.
gonna
Or I'm gonna
grab
I'm
it.
gonna grab it and
Yeah.
hold it. Like you can ready those
Yeah,
actions.
and that's
part
what
of
I'm doing, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you are defensively prepared and ready for this thing to lunge at you. What would you like to do? It's now your turn, Dahlia.
Is Mother like closed?
Yeah, I would say when the airlock opened, Mother automatically like kind of closed, but there's like a little window you can kind of see through.
Yeah, Mother would protect herself.
Shit.
The button's right beside the door, like it's not locked or anything. It just automatically closed because there's a human inside of it. Like, and it's just trying to, like, very soon the ship is going to go into like lockdown because of a breach.
Right. Can I try and shoot through the little window at the thing?
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay, you like, put your gun against the glass. You kind of like eye it up. Give me a ranged combat check, please. It'll be your agility and your ranged combat ability.
Yep.
With your stress die included.
If I don't have that skill.
Yeah, you can still, you just roll your agility then, or your, agility.
Great. And am I still panicking from before?
Yeah, you guys haven't stopped panicking. This, in fact, would probably invite some more, but we'll get through this round before we do that.
Fantastic. It's on you, buddy. Nope.
Nope. So you fire the gun, and yeah, even though it's like soundless, you still kind of feel the pressure wave hit you, and you kind of look, and there's just, you can't see through the window anymore. It's just kind of like turned white from the impact. That's your fast action. Would you like to take a slow action? And you just see that, you just see like a flash in the background. And you're like, what the? Well, you didn't hear anything.
Oh, yeah.
No air.
I guess I'm gonna ready to open the door as soon as the door, like the airlock is closed, and fire at the thing again once yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And the face hugger will go. So can you slowly, it's gonna try and go for Callie.
Oh, no.
Poor Callie.
Better hope that air
Just-
keeps venting, because as soon as the air is done venting, you got a zero-G face hugger to deal with.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't quite make it because it's moving a little bit slow. Mm-hmm. Actually, I guess at this time I would say that the pressure has like equalized. There's no more oxygen to create a suction anymore. There's just no air in here and no gravity. So this thing will actually be able to move and kind of lunge at her. So it's going to roll, see its attack. Okay. Sorry, Callie. It's been a slice. The final embrace. The space hugger gets to its victim, its acid making short work of any helmet or respirator in its way. Roll for the attack with a 6 base dice. If it gets 1 or more success, the poor victim is face hugged.
Oh, no.
Face hugged.
That's horrible.
There's like a tension from here to here that's not going away.
No successes.
What?
So as it presses up against her helmet, she just screams and grabs onto a helmet. Of course, yeah, it's just coming in on the comms. You can see the smoke rising off of her helmet. You guys hear it. You guys hear Callie's familiar voice scream over the intercoms in the helmets. But she's still struggling. She's still kind of almost jostled loose. So her and the face hugger are just now kind of like adrift in the 0G of the bridge. Back to the comms room. All right.
We've heard that.
Yeah, you basically heard, you felt the shake. You saw the fucking lights go to red alert, knowing that there's been a pressure loss, and you hear Mother, pressure loss on the bridge, pressure loss, emergency, bridge, deck, and then you hear Callie scream, help me!
I put my helmet back on.
I'm also.
What the hell is going on up there?
They will be unable to answer you as they are in initiative. Mm-hmm. What would you guys like to do? This will be kind of like basically your guys' initiative. You'll have a fast and slow action as a part of their combat.
Okay, look, we gotta get this done.
Yeah. So terminal time.
Terminal, yeah, you pop back. You got your guys' helmets are on. Hux, you pop back into that main terminal room. I'll say with your shift, you can move back in there as well. So this, again, will be a contact check.
1 success, 1 panic.
1 success, 1 panic. All right, so give me a roll on your panic die.
6.
Nice, you keep it together. Yep, and then you kind of tap on it, and it brings up right away. It just asks for the captain's log, and as the captain's brief comes up, and it just says like, oh, a failure. You need the captain's. Boop. Carlton comes in and just swipes that pass that you guys picked up. Captain's allowance clearance. Activate or deactivate jammer. And it just starts this like process. You just see this bar kind of slowly declining as it's like the machines and the antenna array around you kind of shift colors, and you hear a few things like shifting around. This very kind of like analog process engaged. Is there anything you would like to do, Carlton?
With the captain's clearance, I want to see what else can be done from this terminal, from this base here.
Yeah, and as you kind of like sit in front of the computer, you just see the readout. The entire comm system is at your disposal. As far as it's concerned, you are Captain Hollis. So you may you can send, once that jammer is done, I'll say in the next round, it'll be finished. You'll be able to send a message. You'll be able to contact any decks. You'll be able to look at any deck information that you need. But as you do that, and you're kind of scrolling through, you're like, okay, like we're gaining control of the ship. A notice comes up, and it says to you that the Carlton is in the hangar, and ready for launch.
In hangar. Is the
that's some good
Carlton a
news.
name or the model of something I would
The
know?
Carlton is a model of a short-range shuttle that you are familiar with your extensive experience.
We have an exit.
All right.
And we'll cut back to you guys. Callie. Callie's just kind of floating around. You see it wrapping around. You see its tail kind of flexing around, trying to strangle her, but it just can't get a grip on the suit. You see that smoke rising. You know that if it gets through, even if it doesn't get her, there's no air in here. Viper, your turn.
I would like to jump towards.
Oh, wait, sorry, it's Callie's turn.
Oh, right, Callie. Sorry.
Callie is going to
I would like
attempt to remove it.
I would like to wait for Callie.
With her, let's say she's got 4. Oh, each take a panic roll at the beginning of this turn, as
Panic.
you've never seen a face hugger before, and this thing looks like it's means business.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, she does panic, but she did get a success. So we're going to go to the panic. Oh, she rolls 7, so she's got a tremble. I would say, Viper, you're close enough to be affected, so take another stress die.
Okay.
Off of that. You're far enough. You're locked in a room, so you don't even know. But she does succeed. yeah. Oh shit. She does succeed in pulling the face hugger away from her mask, and you can see it's corroding, and her visibility is lower. And she pulls that face hugger away, and then the tail is just kind of slipping off. Fucking help me! And then she'll kind of use her movement to push off the wall and kind of land on the ground. Her magnetic boots kind of locking her to the ground. The mask still the glass still being eaten away.
Okay, close the doors, pressurize the deck, or the whole ship.
Okay, you close the doors. Pressurize the deck. The lights flip back on, and it's slowly pressurizing.
Yeah.
It looks like it'll be another round until it is fully pressurized. That was your fast action. What would you like to do for
Can I move at all?
Yeah,
Or,
slow is your movement.
Slow is
typically.
just like-
Yeah, like you can get up. Fast is like running and moving.
Yeah.
But you can always use your slow action as a fast action. You just can't use fast You
Okay.
can't do it the other way around. You
Okay.
can't, like use your slow and then do another slow action.
Okay.
Like
And where did the facehugger land?
the face hugger is just right here, so she's kind of locked. The face hugger is on there, so they're within a zone.
Okay.
So you can easily move over to
But
it.
I can go towards it.
Yeah, you just
and-
can't take the action to pull it off.
Okay, so I'm going to go towards it.
Yep. Yeah, you can kind of, you run over there as gravity kind of kicks in. You kind of,
Yeah.
you got good sea legs, so you just, no problem.
Yeah.
You grab onto it, so you and Kaylee are now engaged with the face hugger.
Okay.
Which will make it easier to pull it off.
How do you roll a panic roll again?
You roll, oh no, not a panic roll, just take another panic die.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna use my readied action and open the door and try and shoot at the face.
Okay, yeah, and that is a free action
Okay.
because you held your action last time. So you'll be able to open that door and you'll still have a fast and a slow action. So you could move to get a better angle, or you can just fire from where you are, which you can't really see all the action.
Okay, then I'll take a movement
Okay,
forward.
so that's a zone right there. Say you're right up against the wall where the railing is, just in case somebody decides to open the door again. All right, and you'd like to fire again?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
How do I do that?
So that's ranged combat again. So
Right.
that's your mobility plus ranged contact and all your die, including your panic die. Yeah. Well, yeah, oh, you have no mobility? You should have some stats in mobility.
Oh, I have one mobility, but I have a -2 because I have panic, but I'll roll one more.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So no panics, no nothing?
Nothing.
So you fire, and it just and hits one of the computers next to them. The lights kind of like spark out, and like some of the computers go dead. And then you can hear, now that the air is pressurizing in here, the slow hum of Mother is just like, threat detected. Your purpose is threatening.
That's a bad sound.
And that concludes what's going on up there. We'll cut back to you guys.
All right, sorry, I got my dice ready to go for contact. So that is 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, and as we come back into there, we see that the bar, the jammer, reach the bottom. Unlocked. Like jammer deactivated.
I send that SOS out right away, and I let Abbott know. Jammer's down. I sent out a wide SOS, or I'm sending out a wide SOS.
All
If
frequencies, yeah.
If you have anyone specific to call, now is the time. Do I need to make a contact roll here?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see how much of the message you can get out.
2 successes.
Nice. Yeah, easily done. You go in there, make sure you mark down that stunt as well. And yeah, that message goes out on all wavelengths. And as you send that message and kind of turn towards Hux, both of you guys see that computer screen pop up, turn green, message sent. Message and position sent. And as you're doing that, Hux, on your screen, it kind of like sends you you kind of get a heads-up display of the message, and you see actually the trajectory of the Penglai ship is in automated return mode. Is as far as emergency protocol 5 goes, it's programmed to return to the planet Dilham. So it is now in a trajectory to kind of enter that atmosphere and land on automated landing on the planet.
Do we have a time estimate?
Yeah, it gives you, it says automated FTL engagement in approximately 32 minutes.
Okay.
So you guys know, as engineers, when humans are not in stasis pods and something goes into FTL, it's a whole lot of bad news. So you guys have about 32 minutes before this jumps to that planet.
Okay. So
Yeah, and with that, you'll be able to take 2 actions.
Okay, gonna hop on the comm and let them know, hey, Viper and Abbott, we have 32 minutes until this ship goes into FTL, and we need to be in stasis by then. So either this problem needs to be solved, or we need to take control of the ship ourselves and shut down automatic FTL. It's gonna take us back to the planet Dilhelm,
Dilhelm, yeah.
and it's gonna kick that in half an hour.
Tell him about the Coralon in the hangar.
Yeah, we also have an out. We've got a ship, a short-range shuttle that we can get to in the hangar bay, and it's ready for launch. Problem is, hangar bay, as far as I understand, is still breached. Is hangar bay?
Yeah,
Hangar bay is breached.
Well, yeah, deck 3 is breached. Deck 4 is compromised and unknown issues.
Holy crap! Pressure. We need to get back there and help them, don't we? Oh my God, there's so many things.
Let's go. Is there anything else we can get done here?
All we can do is make sure we're going to be able to have access to that ship. Can I check for that?
Yep. Give me a comm tech.
No. 1 success.
Nice. Yeah, as you type away, you kind of see it, and just the ship is registered to the lead scientist, whose name is Dr. Lowell D. Savensky. So Dr. Lowell D. Savensky is the owner of the ship. It's only going to operate with his pass. Basically, he's got the key. You kind of quickly check. It says Savensky is on board and in the Xi'an room.
Okay. And I've got a kind of slowish action. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
So that was your fast action. Now you have a slow action.
I would like to search my area for weapons.
Okay, sure. Observation roll. And feel free to use some of those stunts as we're narrowing in at the end of our show.
All right. No stunts. I'll just go.
Okay, hit me.
No success.
No success. So you look around, you grab one of those things on the back of the chair that you saw Hollis using, you pull on it, and the chair just like rips off of the ground. You're just like, oh. You got a whole chair in your hands, like, that's not gonna work. You kind of look over to the other, there's some cabling. You go to touch it, and Carlton grabs you, and there's just like a danger, high electricity, and you just kind of like, okay, maybe not. That kind of settles it in this room. You could use some more turns to find something, but it's probably best to keep moving. All right, we're gonna cut back to our friends on the bridge. Callie fighting off this face hugger. It's actually the facehugger's turn, as I cut away before that, because I thought it would be cool. Here we go. It's going to attempt again to grab onto Callie, or possibly Viper. Let's see, actually. Odds is Callie, even is Viper. It is a 6, so it's going to go after you, Viper. That is 3 successes. So give me, this is going to be a challenge roll, so give me a strength opposition roll. So roll your strength. No panic.
Oh, no panics?
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, definitely panic.
Yeah.
This is definitely a panic moment.
Two successes.
2 successes. So it does succeed, so it's going to roll on the attack. That is a 4. Tail grapple. The face hugger leaps and catches its victim. Its tail whipping violently. Roll a d6. It's a 2. 1 to 2. The target's legs are caught and they fall prone. Make a panic roll. So this is just straight up d6 plus your stress level.
D6.
And you are now knocked prone. So it jumps off of her and untangles and wrapping around you as you kind of twist. One of its tail kind of grabs your knee and lifts you up, your magnetic boots giving out as you fall and tumble against the computer.
So D6 plus the stress?
Plus your stress level.
6.
6, you keep it together. So yeah, you kind of wrestle it, and you just see this disgusting visage of it opening up, and this little tongue boom, 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 boom on your helmet. Callie just scrambling backwards. That is all the time we have for today. So I am so sorry, guys. It's one shot or not. This is the first time here at Filthy Questline that we've had to do the or not. Go figure. That's probably why I named the show that. Because I've never completed a one shot ever in my life. So I'm glad to keep that track record going. Thanks for everybody for watching. We got a lot of action here. So please tune in next Tuesday at 3:30. To 6:30, again, Pacific time, to catch the conclusion of Name Your Price, as our team members are scattered all across the Penglai. We got a way out, but it's going to be a long and hard fight. So I'm super excited to see how that goes. You can also catch up on us on a Filthy Lot Gaming on YouTube. So if you're watching on Twitch, thank you very much. Thank you for your comments. Thanks for all the love. And I'll see you guys on YouTube, and I'll see you next week on Twitch. Stay safe, everybody. Keep each other happy. Please, let's be kind to one another. And as always, the best one's going to be the next one. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot.